All right, in this video, we're going to talk about something so important that if you focus on this one thing, you will absolutely be successful with Shopify dropshipping and e-commerce as a whole. So on this channel and throughout all of YouTube, there's tons and tons of videos specifically related to mindset. Mindset for business, mindset for personal growth. This is going to be very, very specific to dropshipping and e-commerce, but it's not just going to be mindset. This is actually going to have a lot of practical applications as well. And this one thing is so important that I can almost guarantee you will be successful if you focus on this one thing. But most people do not focus on this one thing. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what this is in just a second. This is something that I'm sure you've already heard. Most people hear about this and they kind of, let it go in one ear, out the other, but they don't actually let it set in. They don't actually take a step back and actually focus on this. And this is something that if you focus on this, you will completely be successful and it'll make your life so much easier. You'll have so much easier time having success with dropshipping and e-commerce if from the very beginning you focus on this one thing. So one thing I do almost on a daily basis is whether it's a Dropship Fortune member, whether it's one of you, a subscriber, whether it's a client with an actual inventory held store or a subscription box store, I'm going through dropshipping and inventory held and subscription box e-commerce stores on a daily basis. I'm doing reviews, and one thing that I ask almost everybody, and this is a huge kind of glaring mistake I see, I ask almost everybody is if the role was reversed, if you were actually going through shopping right now, would you actually buy from this store? Would you buy from your store? Would you buy from this product page? Would you buy this product? And many, many, many times I hear the quick answer, yes, definitely. And then I make them sit back and actually look at it and they say, well, I don't know. So what we're going to be talking about today is putting yourself in the customer's shoes. I'm sure you've already heard this already. Pretty much everybody hears this as they're getting into e-commerce or sales or whatever it is. You got to put yourself in the customer's shoes, but most people don't actually let that sink in and don't actually do that. So one thing you need to do is as you're going through this, you need to go ahead and focus on as if you were the customer. You need to look at your buying patterns. Look at how you go on Amazon and buy different things. How you would go on if you buy from eBay. How you go on an e-commerce store. You need to look at, the ads. What type of ad would make you click over? You need to essentially take yourself out of the owner's shoes and you need to essentially switch the role. So this is where in the very beginning with me, I was so focused with the brand because of this. I was putting myself in the customer's shoes. Not only that, I was asking my family, I was asking my friends, I was asking so many people, to essentially review my store. This is back when dropshipping was just kind of, or at least AliExpress dropshipping was just really getting going. There wasn't a lot of information on it. I was asking everyone I knew essentially what they thought of the store, different things related to that. And that gave me so much feedback. I'm seeing so many dropshippers now essentially just get into this. They're watching some YouTube videos and everybody's copying the same exact thing and they're not actually focusing on the customer. And then they're wondering, why is my conversion rate so low? How do I get my conversion rate up? If you do this, your conversion rate 100% will increase. You just have to put yourself in the customer's shoes. You have to think as if, say you're selling some gadget. Say you're selling a phone charger and you are actually somewhat in the market for a phone charger. You have an ad pop up on Facebook. Would you actually click on that ad? If yes, then go to the store. If on your store, you need to think, if you were actually to go to the store right now, would you actually buy from this store? Typically, what happens with most customers, and this is where I tell you to live in your Google Analytics, your Shopify Analytics, all of that, but especially Google Analytics. You need to live in it to see your whole store heat map. What happens is most people go to the product page, and if they're interested in the product, they're going to go check out the rest of the store because they want to see if they're actually buying from a legitimate source. They don't want to go ahead, just go to the product page, immediately click checkout and forget about it. That's what people do a lot of times with Amazon, but that's because they trust Amazon in itself. With an e-commerce store, you've got to have that trust. That's where all the time I don't talk about how I hate general stores or anything, but this is where I really, really do lean against general stores. Unless you have unbelievable organization, unbelievable branding related to your general stores, which some people do. There's some people that I go to their stores and they're one killing it with their general store. Two, their general store looks amazing. I would buy from their general store, but I would say 97% of the general stores I go to, I absolutely would not buy from that store. And most people I know personally would not buy from that store. That's where you have to think about it. You have to go ahead and essentially put yourself in the customer's shoes. If you were to go ahead and put this product, put this store in front of your friends and family, are you going to be ashamed that you're putting that in front of them? Or do you actually think that they would be inspired to buy from that store? That's what you need to do. You need to put yourself in the customer's shoes. Actually let that really, really sink in. That needs to be your foundation question. If you've got that, you're going to have the branding. You're going to have the quality products. You're going to have, the quality marketing. You're going to have everything in place if you are essentially at every step are putting yourself in the customer's shoes. If you do this, I can almost guarantee you will be successful. And this is where I've seen most people I know in this space that are very successful and that become very, very successful very quickly. They're doing this from the very beginning. They're taking the time to set things up right and actually put themselves in the customer's shoes. Whereas most people jumping into this space now, they're watching YouTube videos or whatever it is that's making them kind of get this get rich quick scheme approach to drop shipping. That's not really flying anymore. There's a few people that, if you've got the just huge golden winner product, you can essentially sell that on a really, really bad store, but those times are going away and they're going away very quickly. That's where a lot of people are talking about how it's transitioning now from product focus to brand focus. This has been what I've been saying for years now. I've been preaching the same thing. It all comes down to put yourself in the customer's shoes. And if you do this, you will be taking the actions to essentially have longevity. Most people I know, they'll get a winning product, and once that winning product dies off, they're dead in the water. Then they're scrambling to try to find another winning product. If you're putting yourself in the customer's shoes, you're going to be taking the actions to essentially allow you to have, tons and tons and tons of longevity, be around for a long time. This has been my focus now for years. And this is even what I do, not just with dropshipping. I do this with my consulting business. That's where I'm consulting with other e-commerce businesses or digital marketing clients. And even with the Dropship Fortune program, I'm putting myself in the student shoes. That's where I offer, the free one-on-one coaching calls with the members of the Dropship Fortune program. So it's not just like every other, $1,000 course out there. And that's why I don't sell it for $1,000. I'm trying to put myself in the customer's shoes, but that's, talk for another time. When it comes to e-commerce and dropshipping, and frankly, anything you do in business, start with, if I was the customer, would I be buying this product? Would I be clicking over on this ad? Would I be clicking this ad to actually even go to the store? If the answer is maybe or no, you need to go ahead and fix it. You need to, ask your friends and family to review it for you. And if you're not at that level to where you're not proud enough to do that of your store and what you've got, then you definitely have a good sign that your conversion rate is going to be low. If you're ashamed to even ask your friends, and ask even distant friends, put it out on Facebook even. I mean, I wouldn't put it out to, if you've got a lot of drop shipping competitors on Facebook, I wouldn't be throwing it out there that public. But put it out to people that don't have, they're going to give you an honest answer. That's what you want. You want that honest feedback. So put yourself in the customer's shoes. This is a little bit more of a mindset talk, but this absolutely has some practical applications. If you do this, guys, I'm telling you, you will be successful with this. This is like, if you had to boil success with e-commerce down to one line, it's essentially the people that have put themselves in the customer's shoes. Because if you've got that, and you've really, really deep down been honest with yourself, you're going to be successful. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to make this just quick video. This is something that I see literally on a daily basis with people, and this is what separates the great dropshippers from the people who, never find true success with it. This is where I talk all the time about getting your conversion rate up and brand focus versus product focus. It all comes down to this one question. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any comments or questions down below. I love going ahead and connecting with all of you. Be happy, be positive, be powerful, and have a great rest of your day.